Hey guys, shoot, I don't know what time it is. It's like 1 in the afternoon. But anyhow, I wanted to do another video. I got a scissor in. I just took it apart, but I only took part of it apart because I said, oh, I'm wanting to do another video. Some of you said you wanted to see a little closer up of what I'm doing, so that's what I'm going to try to do today. I'm at home. I'm kind of in my whatever clothes, so I'm not real pretty. But I got my new remote mic, and I thought this way I can kind of check everything out. So, for those, we're going to move this back. So, don't know my setup. Here we go. I built this. It's like a rolling toolbox that opens up, and it kind of has a tripod. And that way, when I go into a salon or a groomer, I can look like... I kind of know what I'm doing. So, just to put some context in here, what have you. So, we're going to try to go here, and I'm going to start right now with, so these scissors, all I have done is taken the screw and the plate, the tension plate off. Here they are, boom, actually they go. Well, okay, so I wanted, just you to see the whole journey. There's always a little, whoa. So wait, first we stick these in here. Oh yeah, and the little screw that came out of it. All right. And then there's always the pesky, maybe we got some lighting issues here. I might move this one around, but there's a little white washer in there. I always have a little screwdriver. I pop that into my Harbor Freight. Yeah, this is just one of those Harbor Freight magnetic part things. Works great. Works great. We're all apart. Now we do, the scissor gets a bath, and then we get started. So I'm just going to pause you for a second, see if I can realign things, get this light right here, which I think is probably going to be a problem, out of the way. And we'll see what we can do here, okay? I want to make this better for you. Stand by. So, okay, I'm back. Hopefully it's going to help. So, once again, we're giving each scissor a bath. I don't know, here I am talking loud again. I got a mic. I do this for everyone. They get a nice little cleaning before we get started. Makes it, it looks great for the customer, but it just makes the sharpening easier because you don't have crap in the way, and it shows them you give a damn, I hope. I mean, if you're doing it in front of them. If you're not, hey, that's what, isn't that what integrity is? When you do what you say, even when no one's around. So there we go. This scissor, man, I so wish you guys, it's got a huge bevel. So they've come, and this is a very favorite pair. This groomer is testing me right now. She gave me this one scissor, which was a favorite for her, and it might have been a few bucks. I didn't even see what it was. Forged, 440C, Japan. It's okay. But I mean, she thinks it's a great high-end scissor. And I got to show her that I can reconvex it. It's sharp. It works great for her. She gave me 6 clipper blades to test me on clipper blades as well. And 3 dryers. I fix the dryers and clippers for them. She had 3 dryers that were completely broke down. So we're going through tests there too, which I'm all for because I'm going to nail it on everything. And I'll have another customer for life. So here we are. So we got them clean. The main part I wanted you to see is how I reconvex scissors here. First thing we're going to do, I do it. I know they say this is a newbie trick, but I do it all the time because it's also a great way to look at angles, match angles, or what have you. There's things we do with the angles I hope you're doing. So here we go. I just want to see where that was at to start with. I think I'm on 40 here, 45. There's no way. I usually start at 40. Let's see. Scratch test. I'm always assuming you know what I'm talking about, but you set it up against there, move that blade a little, look and see where it is. If you can see that, can you see it? Oh my God, you're on the back of the scissor. Sorry. There you go. But it's way high. So, which says it's probably a 30-degree angle someone put on there. I'm going to do it the way I've been doing it. I know it's like the exact opposite of Wolf's way. It's just my way, but I'm having really good results with it. But I tend to match the angle. Let's go up to 30, and then I'll tell you. Sorry, guys. See, I have to use a magnifier. Wow. Oh, Lord. It's close to 30. I'm going to leave it at 30. What I've been doing is going backwards, all right, just to tell you my way. I'll match it. Let's say it's 30. Then I'm going to go to 35, 40. And I know they said 2.5 degree increments. I'm having great luck. And maybe it's because I'm going backwards with going a little higher. But then I blend it all in. So let's try this. So there we go. We got our 30 degree. Ooh. We're going to at least get her down to 40, which it is a grooming shear, but it's a convex grooming shear. So I typically see them at 40. That's where she's going back to. Here we go. Are you going to be able to see this? Let's see here. I have the Okami Gold setup. So I got I believe it's a 400 grit diamond wheel here. I got the red wheel. I use different grits than Wolf. We'll talk about that in a minute, but here we go. I always look. Of course, we're feeling for the burr. Yep. It was even, yep. That might have been a 20 or 25. Just awful. I'm not going any less. I'm going to get this down. I'm going to do a little harder pressure. But I mean, it's not hard at all. For new twice as sharp users, boy, you need to get a mentor to get you started with this. We got to get this. We're going to bring up a burr, okay? There's where we start. All right, I see her. Other thing, when you come to the end of the streak, you should stop halfway across the flat of the wheel, all right? And then come straight off. Or you end up making that little whoop, which a lot of people like to pick on us twice as sharp users for. And we don't want that. Absolutely. So I'm real close. I got cramps. Sorry. I haven't mentioned anything about the ride line on the inside yet. If anybody's thinking that, I'm going to get there, okay? Wow. See, and this angle was pretty funky. I don't know. Maybe someone did it by hand. Yeah, see, in the middle here. God. I hate this. But hey, at least you're seeing. Don't be afraid to make 10 passes if that's what it takes. We don't get this first step taken care of. See, I'm getting a burr up here. I'm getting a burr back here, but right here in the middle, got a little bit of burr. It's not coming up. I mean, it's because the angle is a little wonky. I think we just got it. If anyone's thinking like me, look, I'm getting out there. It might have been better to clamp just a little further over, but I'm doing okay. Oh, here we go. All right, I got a burr all the way. So now, like I said, I'm at 30. I'm going to go to 35 now. And now we're just chamfering that edge. You know, am I saying the right thing? Why I hate it when I sound like a dumbass. But you've got your first angle, and you're going to come back, go on top of that one. So think that my hand being the bottom. I'm hitting it at the top, coming back, and then the next one's going to come back some more. So, once again, light touch. See, look at it. Now I can see it going back. And now 40. So this is not going to be touching the part, you know, where you brought your burr up. We're bringing that scissor back. I wish I had a way to, I don't know if you guys can see this. I so hope you can. Is this one of those? Oh, maybe you could there. Okay, so there we go. Now that's technically done. We, at this point, I use gray and white compound from Harbor Freight. Oh, God bless it, stand by. All right, we dropped it. So I use gray and white compound from Harbor Freight. I find, and it's 90%, gray. It blends the scissor so much better for me. I mean, night and day different, and it does an amazing shine. But sometimes I'll just put a little white in there at the end, especially if I'm going to shine the scissor all the way up. It gives just a little nicer shine, but I'm having superior results this way. So we've done that to the wheel. Sorry, and I don't want to make this a huge long video, but I do want to be a little more detailed because someone threw that in. So at this point is when I get the whetstone, and what I use for a whetstone, something past that, I'm 1,000 grit. Oh, damn. I'm pretty sure this is 4,000. Yeah. Now with this one, we're going to have to reestablish that line, that ride line. Wow. Not as much as I thought. I'm missing it back here a little bit at the end. Gotta use that light over there. So I've got it pretty much from the tip down. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing that wrong. All right. Sorry. But there's a little missing at the bottom. So what I typically do is I use the 1,000, and I have a diamond plate that's 1,000 grit, and I use that for worst case scenarios. I'm kind of jumping on the bandwagon there with those. I'm not real impressed. It feels more aggressive than 1,000. Feels funny. I've tried it with water. The jury's still out on that one. So if I can do it with my whetstones, by God, I'd use the whetstone. I like the feel and so forth. So there we go. What I do is, come back. We're trying to pull that burr back first. Okay. And then, see, go across. I have my rag on my lap. I kind of wipe it off. Yeah, I'm already almost good there. I don't know if you want. See, I feel like it's boring you when I keep the camera on while I'm doing things. Sometimes I'll get a little circular pattern here. Holding it down flat. Feel free to comment, because sometimes I get my fingertips bleeding because I get them on that stone a little. I don't know. I think it's just the dry weather here lately, but here we go. So once again, yes, I got it nice. Okay, so then, oh wow, if I could be sure you guys could see everything, I'd almost be impressed with myself there, but you're going to have to trust me. All right, it's the end of the week. I'm going to be redoing these stones, reflattening. So if it looks a little nasty, that's why, but it's there. I'm getting a little chipped here. I don't know I think it's in my case. It's getting a little beat up. So, but here we go. Here it is. Same thing. And this pretty much just kind of gets a little shine back on your ride line, makes it look better, more better. And like I said, I'm only leaving this on because I don't want someone saying, hey, we couldn't see the whole process, which I don't know if this part is that important to you, but some it may be. Yes, sirree. Oh, that looks super good. Super good. Right at the bottom. I'm really thin, but it's shiny, so I think we're okay. Like I say, when you're going behind, probably a twice as sharp user with a bevel like that. But I find lots of bevels with flat hones, so, it doesn't matter the machine. It really is the operator and the experience level. So, there we go. I don't know if you guys could see that. So, ride line is there. Maybe we'll just do the one side here, because I'm just going to exactly repeat with the second side, and that way it's not going to be a 2-hour video. We'll see. So now we clamp it back in. I try to clamp it in the exact same spot I did the first time with a straight scissor. It's not that big a deal, but and so it's going to flip over. Here we go. And then I check it to see if I'm going to so I'm going to be able to get all the way across, no problem. And that's why now we're going to start. I forgot one thing. I go back to the original setting because I had the convex clamp. And I know I put that bevel on at 30. This way it makes sure I get to that edge. And then I use, there we go, the convexing clamp to do all my blending, okay? And when I'm done, it should be leaving about a 40-degree angle on there, okay? It is. Let's just say it is, okay? I don't want to, I was going to say I could do a scratch test at the end. I'm going to have to do that later, okay? But let's assume, okay? Let's just see how it comes out, okay? So here we go. Flip it. As we know, I'm already got my gray on there, and since I'm reblending, I may have to put it on a second time. But 3, 4, 5, 6. I will take it off, kind of look, make sure everything's touching, doing its thing, looking good. And it is, except a little bit at the tip. Let's get another 6 on there, and then I'll show you at this point. 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's starting to come around. Can you see that? Can you guys? Can you see it? God. See? I'm not a videographer or whatever. There's one of the problems we got. But it started, but you can see. So then what I do is do the whole, like they say, the penny, put the penny under it thing and all that. It didn't work for me, okay? So I just crack it up just a little, do some bit, crack it up, not crack it, at that point it's free floating. Bring it up just a little more, do some, go back down, check it. See, little crack up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a little more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little more. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. And the other thing I like here, so let me check it. But the other thing is, I didn't go back down, so I might have some. Hang on. Yeah. Sorry. If you go back down, I'll explain in a second. If you go back down, it takes all that, the compound, the black goo, and gets it out of the way. So here we go. I'm all ready, boy. Am I looking good? I'm looking real good. God, I'm going to have to put a light behind this for you guys, for whoever's watching. It's coming right along. God, Lord, please let that focus. So, yeah. So now I'm probably going to have to do that another time. Let's do it. I'm going to put just a tick of more compound on. Just a little. So here we go. So there's the first tick down. 2, 4, 6. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe just a little more. 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going back. Essentially going backwards, which is bringing it down, going back towards the cutting edge. But all this really is it's twofold. It's giving me a shine, but it's also blending shine. But the main thing is bringing all of that goo back down to the edge so we can look at it. And I think it looks spectacular. Holy cow. Yeah. Usually I do a little work on the tip. I'm not gonna on here. Now, see, this was kind of a matte finish. So here's where I get in dilemmas. I'm like, do I bring the shine all the way up? But then you got shine matte down here. So I will tend a lot of times, especially when it's like this, to stop here as far as shining goes. This is where I could put the white compound on there and then get it really literally from here all the way down and make it shine, but it's not a shiny scissor. So I'm going to leave it. We're going to check it, and let me wipe it off and look at it. We'll see here. So crank that off. See, I always have a rag here. Now the thing with these gray and white, the compounds, and this might be what Wolf and some of the other people will say, it does leave kind of a hazy finish. So it's hard to see if you're truly shiny / blended. So sometimes you get to this point, you wipe it off, and then you see there may be some issue, and you have to go back. To me, that's no big deal. We're here to make a good scissor for the customer. I really like this. No, see right there at the tip. It needs just a tad more work. I'm going to go back and do that tip because remember, she's testing me. You guys know as much as I do. They may technically not know every little thing to look for in a convex edge, but I don't care. I assume everyone knows as well as I do, and I want to make it right. So that's just me, you know. That might be me and my OCD, but and a lot of times it will. I'm sorry if you're watching. I forget his name right now. He does that. Like at the end and in that little crotch there. I'm going to go back because it was a maybe a little off with the convexing. Oh, no, that looks great. But now see, if I'm not feeling it, sometimes I'll go by hand here. You gotta be careful. Yeah, I feel like it's not getting down to that edge, and I don't want to screw up the angle. See, I didn't go all the way back down. I got the glue on there. All right, I think we're there. See, take your time, do it right. I know, I don't, well, I'm not going to get into that, sorry. You got to do what you got to do to make it right. And that little bit of extra time, even if you're in front of the customer, oh yeah. Woo, sexy guys. Sexy. Sexy, sexy. So, and then the microfibers to give it a little more polish. Let's see if I can show you. Here's the thing. Maybe if I bring this over. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. Boy, we know. I don't know. Maybe we're not. No, I'm getting away from the light. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to give you the best look here. See, I won't know until I edit the video. I don't edit, I just go through it and look. But it's looking pretty damn good. I'm going to give it another inspection. I even do it as I'm putting it together. I re-inspect. And if I get it all together, it's cutting great and everything, and I find a little ding, guess what? I take it apart and I redo it, you know. This is my reputation. So that's looking really good. I don't know if you saw some of those scratches. That's what I meant by I like to go all the way up. If it's a shiny scissor with no writing, I don't like to take writing off. I think that makes you look unprofessional. But so if you can, I will get the scratches out. This polish is pretty darn good, okay? There's where I think flat hones might have the twice as sharp guys, is in the polishing. But I can do a pretty good job. But see, that was a brushed finish. So, you know, God, it's debatable. I know the customer. She's really cool, but she's also pretty knowledgeable. And I didn't ask her, and it's the weekend, so I'm gonna go with not doing it and say to her, hey, if you want me to shine this and make it look super shiny with no scratches, I got no problem with it. I just didn't do it because of the brushed steel finish. And, you know, give her the option. You know, customer's always right. So I think that's enough for today. So if you have any questions, please leave them. Thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. I try so hard here, guys. The main thing about this is just to help. And if I can answer some questions, you know, in my ego, I'm the greatest sharpener out there. In reality, I'm pretty good, but, you know, I try every day to get better. I try every day to look at other ways people do stuff to make my systems and everything better. But that's it. This is my system. Yeah, so now we do the same thing on the second one. Clean that off. Then we put it together. We lube it while we're putting it together. We do our tests. Maybe I should, but what I do is they're underneath my table. See right here? And you can buy this little dispenser at Sally's and the places that have these little hair, I don't remember the name of them. I think they work as good as tissue paper. This way I can put Put that on there, and then we can do our cut test. I do a cut test here. Obviously check my tips, make sure they're together properly, which this will catch sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't, whatever. It's still one of my inspections. Then I lay this down, and then I do have hair. And I do a cut test with hair. You can tell by feel. And then I shine it up real good. And my new thing is, I put a new little container in right here. If you can see that, yeah. And it's dry, and I'm gluing the bottom side so it only opens from the top. But I'm trying a new one. I'm giving out a bag. The scissor goes in the bag with a Band-Aid that has my company information on it. And I had a lot of people saying I should do it. So last week was my first week, and I got people really liked it. The bags might be a little big, but the reason I did the bigger bag was for grooming shears too. So pretty cool. So I'm going to leave this here. Where we at? 31 minutes. See, I try to keep them as short as possible. Any questions, please say it. Take it easy, guys. Have fun sharpening.